Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jones finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing Jones. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Elliott, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Stevens to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Into the secondary past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Stevens.
Forced out to his left. And they force him to the sideline, corral him out of bounds here behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Now Stevens.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Stevens setting up to throw it.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Rondale Moore.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Jets 7, Vikings 3. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From the 27, Jones. That one complete to Elliott. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Jones on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look, and he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Jones off the play fake, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing is Stevens. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Neville Gallimore on the stop. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Stevens. And he checks this one down to Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Javonte Williams,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is Elliott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Jones throw complete to Freiermuth.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And that's Elliott, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Jones throwing for it.
Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's King. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On the move to his left.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Stevens flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stevens. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Buddy Johnson there on the stop.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
From the 38, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Elliott. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Big third down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
A few... things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he could...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Jones. He's got Elliott, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Jones.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
To throw is Jones.
He finds his man, complete. That's Elliott. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now Jones.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stevens. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a first throw here in overtime. He finds his man, complete. That's Elliott. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Being chased out left. Oh, and it's intercepted!
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Play action. Here's Stevens.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Going play action with Stevens. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there in overtime.
But, partner, look where the ball's being placed now. They're deep in the red zone, which to me, that opens up their options because they can run the field goal kicker out there right now, or they can decide to run a play and put it into the perfect position he might require in order to make the game-winning kick.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be back.